So with about 5 laps to go, I was planning on making this race review just, yeah, Kevin Harvick won another race at Phoenix. Yippee-ki-yay. And then the caution came out, and I was like, damn it, Casey, you were about to have a top 15 finish. Like, seriously, man, gotta stop doing this shit. And then when Harvick stayed out, and like, everyone came in, I was like, okay, this could be a little interesting. 2 to go, they do the first lap, and Carl is right there when it comes out, when they kind of came out of 4, and I sat up, and I was thinking, oh boy, this is gonna be good. I sat up, I was laying right there. Right there. I was laying right there, and I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be good. And it was good. You know? I can't believe it. I can't believe that finish. That was good. Oh, that was good. The only problem was that it wasn't a product of the package. It was more of a product of the tires. But wow, that finish. Oh my goodness. This is what NASCAR needs. Holy mother of Phil Collins, that was good shit. That was good shit. You know what? That was good shit right there. So as for the race itself, it was It was a generic Phoenix race. Like, I'm thinking the problem with Phoenix is that it's not an aero-heavy racetrack. That's really the biggest thing. It's not aero-heavy, which is why the low downforce package isn't necessarily doing too much as far as the racing is concerned. It was significantly better than the Xfinity race, which I had the pleasure of listening to via MRN. I should do that more often. Like, they actually talk about the race on that, like on MRN. How have I not been using this more often in my life? They actually talk about the race on there. I should do this more often, but yeah. If you're still waiting on that Xfinity series rant, it is going to be a rant beyond any other rant that you've seen, rivaling the caution clock rant. You're not going to want to miss it. It's Wednesday. Wednesday, my friends. Anyway, yeah, I feel like since the track... That was a guitar pick. I feel like since Phoenix isn't that aero heavy, if they took off the tapered spacer, that would make Phoenix more entertaining. But, because it's like the same thing with New Hampshire, as you remember, because like New Hampshire isn't exactly a thriller racetrack in the first place, but if you'll remember, the year they put the restrictor plates on, that's essentially what the tapered spacer is doing at these flat tracks. So, as always, I got the post-race going on up there in case something interesting happens. I highly doubt it, but what was good though, there was multiple leaders in this race. There was, well, one green flag lead change, and that was via the 2-tire strategy. Even though it really didn't make that much of a difference, like Busch, he was off to the races. And I'd say that Earnhardt would have made it to him, regardless of the tires. But yeah, I think taking off the tapered spacer would fix that problem. But I'm not a fucking engineer, so take my words with a grain of salt, people. I cannot understate how good of a finish that was. Like, you come to Phoenix, you expect Harvick to dominate. That's about all you expect. Maybe a incident coming in to like the front stretch, and they're like a big pile up. That happened a lot in the past. Not this time. But yeah, you don't go to Phoenix expecting a photo finish. No siree. I don't anyway. Like, I'm thinking the closest finish at Phoenix that I can remember was way back in, I think, 2005, when it was Kyle Busch over Greg Biffle. I could be mistaken. It might have been closer at one point. Yeah. Good finish. Race, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. There was a decent amount of passing. Restarts were phenomenal. Like, there was phenomenal passing on restarts. Significantly better than years past, I'd say. At least recent years past. Very good restarts. The battles on the restarts, but after about 10 laps, things would settle out, and there'd just be like one pass for 2 laps, somewhere in 15th for 16th or something, you know. But great restarts. Great restarts. Great finish. Not too much bullshit. Tires were a problem. And there wasn't even that much fall off on them, proven by Kyle Busch. And Kevin Harvick, for that matter, being able to hold off Edwards. You know, they showed a replay from the front camera. They go down the front stretch, and Carl came up into Harvick on the front stretch. And if he hadn't done that, I think Carl would have won. But, you know, split-second decisions and all that. Yep, so that's really all I gotta say. Auto Club is next week. The racing there is good. Like, without the package that we have now. Oh my goodness, Auto Club is going to be fantastic next week. But I don't think I should say that, because whenever I say a race is going to be fantastic, some stupid bullshit happens. You know? Happened at Richmond in 2014. Happened at Dover in 2015. So yeah. Well, that's about all I got to say on that subject. So, yes. Be on the lookout for the Xfinity Series Guttural Rant, coming to you on Wednesday. I can't wait for the Truck Series to come back. I'm excited for next week. Hope to see a good race. I'd say I'd hope for another good finish, but that might be finish of the year material right there. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you next week. Bye!